Right guys, we are back on the professional YouTubes. So we've got the boy Ollie in the house. I did say, if you've been following along, obviously I've been doing my amateur hour YouTubes, and I just wanted to build some momentum, and I've just promised myself, like, because I don't want to start something I'm not going to follow through with. And I actually spoke to Ollie a couple of months ago, like, once we do get him in for YouTubes, it'll be like every month. So I said to myself, if I can get a month, at least a month done of amateur hour YouTubes, would get Ollie in and start doing the professional ones. So that's what we're doing. Give you guys an update on my own training side of things. So I'm back doing powerlifting style training. Doesn't change anything in my coaching business. I still help guys get in shape, stay in shape. That is my jam. That is what I'm very good at. But with regards to my own training, pushing the powerlifting again. I haven't done it since, I haven't competed since 2021. I haven't done powerlifting training since 2022. So all of 2023, majority of 2024, I was just doing bodybuilding physique style stuff, which was class. I was actually going to do a bodybuilding comp at some point, until I just realised in my own head, authentically, what I wanted to do and what I felt like unfinished business was powerlifting. So that's where we're at now. I'm 8.5 weeks out from my first comp back. I am significantly lighter than last time I competed, which is weird to say because I feel a little bit chunkier right now at the minute for me, but that's just because of how lean I've been in this last 2-year stint where I've been doing bodybuilding stuff. So 8.5 weeks out, I'm doing an BPU drug tested comp in Wakefield, and I'm competing in the under 90 kilogram weight class, which is like 198 pounds. I just say pounds because I work in pounds. And I'm currently sitting at 188 pounds. So I'm like 85 and a half, 86 kilos right now. I'm not looking to gain loads of weight fast. Old me would have just said, let's max out the weight class to max out how much I can lift in this competition, whereas my values are a lot more in line with health, being in shape and staying in shape as well as doing this. So that's making it interesting too. But yeah, 8.5 weeks out, got a couple niggles at the minute. Right quad is probably the most aggravating. Left hip causing a little bit of jip, and that caused me to throw my back out last week, but my back's fine now. So yeah, we've got some challenges underway right now. But yeah, that's where we're at in a training perspective. Just about to get in some of my close grip bench session, which is like my lighter bench day of the week with some upper body work as well. I'll take you through that, and also I'll probably take you through where I'm at with my food and that type of stuff as well. But right now I'm going to finish this coffee, we're going to take Brewski out, we'll get on his way. Let's go. Right, just because I think people probably want to know, food at the minute, steps, cardio, training, I may as well run through that. So food right now, we're sitting at 4,000 calories on training days, and we're holding body weight between basically like 188 right now. I was 186, went away for my birthday and had a pizza, all of a sudden I've just stayed at 188 since. Bastards. So yeah, holding body weight like 188 pounds, it's like 86 kilos, something like that. With 4,000 calories a day, doing 8,000 steps a day, which I get in just by walking this guy 3 times. And then cardio, I'm actually just trying to make sure I get like at least one 30-minute cardio session in a week, which means do have to go down to the gym for that. So just get that in, and that's just low intensity, steady state, and I'll do that with nasal only breathing. So I won't breathe through my mouth. Reason being is get your heart rate up more, get your cardiovascular system working more whilst not having to work your body as hard, which is great for like recovery between the sessions and things like that, great for blood flow. So that's where I'm at the minute. Looking to roughly hold body weight, maybe increase body weight if I need to in the lead up to this comp, but I don't think that's necessarily needed right now, especially when I can't fully train how I want to at the minute with the injuries and stuff. It's almost like I'm rehabbing into this competition and just going with whatever strength I've got at the minute, rather than building loads of strength right now. So yeah, there's not really much need to just try and pack on loads of weight. So yeah, that's where we're at. Right, so it wasn't going to be this, but we may as well do a bit of a home gym tour. So those that don't know, as of recent, me and my little fam, we've moved house. So it's been a dream of mine since I was probably 14 to have a garage gym. I'm now 31 and I've got one. So yeah, this is what we're working with. So we've got a single garage. We've got all the calibrated plates that I stored at the Unit Fitness since 2021. Just to be clear, members of the Unit Fitness, no, I did not steal these, and no, you should not be angry that I've taken them back. You should be happy and grateful that I ever lent you them in the first place, because these are mine. To them nasty messages off like 2 people that were joking. So yeah, there's my calibrated plates for powerlifting. Definitely don't need them all, but I did say to Ben he could keep some of them, but he was like, nah, it's fine. If you need some, I'll get some. Then we've got a 20 kilo trap bar, which I've had since 2018, so we've got that. We've got a 25 kilo squat bar, which is longer than a regular bar, a bit thicker. Literally the only reason why I have that is because the federation that I'm competing in uses them, so I thought I'd best play it as a, train as I play. Then we've got Elite FTS power bar, a super aggressive knurling. I actually bought 3 of these back in 2019. One of them, Sean Maloney at Maloney's Gym bought off me, and then I had 2 that I just was storing. I was eventually going to open my own small PT studio gym at one point, but I sacked it off. So yeah, got that. Got which one is this? It's one of these. Obviously, it's a Strength Shop power rack. I can't remember which one it is. It's the second tallest one, so I think it's 6.5 feet. So it's a decent size. It's loaded up to something stupid like 500 kilos, I don't know. We went for the fancy safeties, which are really good for like squatting and stuff and like pulling off, but I'm not sure how I feel about them with regards to like benching, just because of how they dip in the middle. So I've also got these ones over here, which are like the cheaper ones, which I actually physically can't get in, which I didn't realise until after I'd actually set my power rack up. So I actually can't get them in because you have to put them in at one side. I ain't got enough space. So that was a mistake. So if anyone wants them, let me know. 20 quid, you can have them. Then we've got a deadlift bar, Strength Shop deadlift bar, which I actually swapped with my boy Nathan Cornish, who owns Optimised Gym in Sarby Bridge. So legend for that. He sorted out swapping that for me for that other power bar that I had that I didn't use. And then in the corner here, we've just got an old cheap regular barbell that I'll probably give away to someone. Got that for like 100 quid off eBay years ago. We've got competition bench, which is just a flat bench to mimic the spec that I'll have in powerlifting comps. And then we've got dumbbells from Extreme Fitness and mats from Extreme Fitness. My boy Gupse sorted us out. So dumbbells, we've got 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And then we've got some kettlebells, a 20 and a 32, sorry. And then we've got this nice metal sign with my brand on. That I got done at Gate 9 in Honley. Legend, really quick service, actually, in good quality. Then we've got some blocks, once again from Strength Shop. Got them from a gym in Markham. Shane Germain, I think it's pronounced, of MST Systems. It was his gym when he had it open. And then over here we've just got little bits of stuff like, in this bag, foam roller, knee sleeves, belt, weighted belt, some poo bags for the dog, knee wraps, hip bands, another band, and that's pretty much it. Fucking slam ball and a kettlebell in the corner, and then some other miscellaneous stuff that I have to have in my garage, because I can't just have my garage as a gym. So yeah, that's what we've got. That's what we're rocking with. I best get warmed up because we're going to be here for a long time otherwise. Let's go. say one of the biggest changes from when you're training like a bodybuilder, physique athlete, to a powerlifter or someone that wants to be a strong dad that looks all right, is how much body hair you have. So as soon as I decided I was doing powerlifting again, I just instantly became more grizzly. Testosterone increased by 5%. And no, it didn't really, because I got fucking injured and it can't have been that good. But yeah, there we go. So something I'll actually do is, just to save time on my upper body days, I've still got my lower body rehab stuff that I want to tick off every time I'm in the gym. So I'll do my upper body warm up, crack on my bench, and then I'll actually superset different exercises throughout the session with my lower body rehab stuff, just to be time efficient. I think like shit like that, before I had a kid, before I was as business orientated and I just cared about training, I'd just do everything. I'd easily get everything done for my training. Sleeping 9 hours a night, getting all the rehab shit done. Whereas, let's face it, you've probably got fucking other priorities as well, right? So little tips like that, like supersetting. If you've got like rehab, even like warm up exercises, you've got a warm up shit to get through and you've got like 5 exercises warming up and you're like, I can't be arsed doing it today. I promise you, if you're over the age of fucking 10, do your warm up shit, because the risk of getting injured just goes through the roof if you don't do your warm up stuff that you've been prescribed. But what I'd do is I'd just superset it with your warm ups with the first exercise. Stuff like that, guys, fucking no brainer, honestly. So something you wouldn't have caught me really using when I was doing like bodybuilding style training is stuff like wrist wraps. But just because of the frequency of how much I'm pressing right now, like I'm doing some form of horizontal pressing 4 times a week, so every time I'm in the gym at the minute. And I'd rather use it earlier on rather than waiting until I've actually got pain to start using it. Hence why I'm using these bad boys. Right, so today on close grip bench, we've got a tops, so we've got a set of, let me get this right, we've got 1 set of 4 with 4 reps in the tank, and then we've got 2 sets of 4 with 3 reps in the tank. So just building up slowly, and this is on a closer grip bench. Notice I'm not doing your traditional bodybuilder, I don't even know fucking many bodybuilders do it, but like close grip bench where it's like shoulder width or narrower. This is just like a few inches closer than my regular barbell press. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Last week I did 95 kilos and then 100 for 2 sets at RP7, and it was about right. And I wanted to do a bit more today, but we'll see, because yesterday I overshot my my heavier bench day. I was supposed to do a set of 2 yesterday with like 3 in the tank. I ended up just doing like a fucking 2 rep max like an idiot. So we'll see. Holding a bit of fatigue in the old peckers today. I can tell I'm holding a little bit of fatigue today because I wouldn't usually sink it. I'd usually do like a really soft touch and meet it halfway. I'm going to feel myself just being a bit fatigued, a bit lazy, sanking a little bit. I'm going to focus really hard on this next set to just be as fucking strong as possible through my arch and not let it sink in. But you've never seen these before, have you? Every little counts, gentlemen. 0.5s. Something else that I want to touch upon as well is if you are like, if you're in this, like you should be in lifting weights for the long run, right? It's a long-term investment. It takes a long time to, unless you're a freak, it takes a long time to build any sort of muscle and strength. And the qualities that you gain from doing it are going to fucking, even though it's not a sexy sell, well it is actually, because it's going to make you look and feel better in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. It's going to be the difference between falling over and having a fall when you're like 70s, 80s, 90s. So it's something you need to be doing for the rest of your life. So my point is, if your goal is to get in shape, stay in shape, even if it's more like physique, like more physique based stuff and you're doing like more bodybuilding style training, if you want to change the way you train a little bit, if you want to do a little bit more performance based stuff, you know, maybe you're not, maybe you're like me, right? You're not asked about doing a CrossFit or a high rocks competition. You've been doing the bodybuilding stuff for a while, but you're not too asked about competing in a bodybuilding competition. But you do like getting better and progressing in the gym. Might be worth trying this style of training, honestly. I'm making it out to be worse than it is with how much my body's beat up at the minute. But the main thing is that you stay in the game and you keep going and you keep, and you know, you don't just stop training altogether. And this stuff, you still can have a badass physique and feel like a beast when you do it as well. So, food for thought. So I got pull-ups, 3 sets, first set RP6, second set RP7, third set RP8. That's one difference between training like a powerlifter and a bodybuilder with your accessories. When I say accessories, in powerlifting, I'm just referring to anything that isn't squat, bench or dead. You will usually not train them to failure, and you'll just do like more of a higher frequency. So I'll do something for back each time I'm in the gym, for example. Reason being, for example, I use my back every time I'm in the gym. If I start training it to failure and hammering it in one session, it'll be fucked for when I have deadlifts the next day or whatever. So that's why we train like that. Just for good luck. There we go. Fucking yeah, boy. Powerlifting dad rig checking in. Right, we've got some Q&As from the old IG, so we may as well cover some of them. Right, so it's obviously Wednesday. I do a Wednesday Q&A on Instagram, and just a couple hours before I put the question on, sorry, I put my question and answer box on. People ask me some questions, so I've got a couple of questions here. First one from Mr. Nick Zallard. Thoughts on 1 times per week frequency versus 2 times per week frequency for body parts when physique development is goals? For the majority, for 90% of people, maybe 95%, 2 times per week frequency is probably going to be better, so long as you can recover from it. Simply because you can have more opportunities to get better, progress that logbook and progress that physique. So yeah, 2 times per week frequency for the majority of people. The only times where I'd say that's not happening is if maybe you've got maybe you're a shift worker or you've got a newborn baby, sleep's massively compromised, and then you might do something like an upper lower, or maybe like an upper lower, and you might do it over like 9 days rather than 7. But yeah, 2 times per week frequency for most people is going to be better for physique development. Okay, Coach Ryan James, your biggest win in the last 1, 5, 10 and 30 years? Wowzers, what a fucking question. Right, I'm going to try and think of this fast. So my biggest win in the last year... Yeah, this is me thinking fast. I'd say my biggest win in the last year has actually been in a position where I can get me, Penny and Florence in our new home, and then be in a position where we can progress the home as well, so like renovate everything like that. Because 6 years ago, those that might know me and Penny know me quite well, they might know this or they might not. When I first got my first house with Penny in 2019, I actually could borrow from the bank based on my earnings, probably about 30 grand. So I didn't really have a pot to piss in. So to be able to be the provider and get this next home and get my garage gym and progress in that side of things, that's been probably the biggest standout win in the last 12 months. In the last 5 years, the biggest win's probably been, I don't even know if I'd describe this as a win or not. I don't know if it is a win, but the biggest positive thing in my life in the last 5 years is just me, Penny and Florence as a family unit. Florence coming on the scene and me and Penny just, from the ups and downs, just smashing parenthood, to be honest. Last 10 years, I'd say still that, but we've got to pick something else. So I'd say getting my undergrad and master's degrees and pushing through with that, and then going into running my own business, definitely. And then last 30 years, just having the confidence to be authentically me. That's a deep one. Right, that's the only questions I got, but that were a big one, so I'm glad we haven't got any more. Right guys, that is my first YouTube video back with the man, the myth, the OM Media. We're going to get more of these bad boys done. If you want to see more of this stuff, Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Share it on your Instagram stories. Subscribe, please. It does mean a lot, honestly. And also just let me know what you think, whether it's shit or good. I want to know. Right, see you there. Thank you very much.